Us now, former State Department official Christian Whiton. He is also a principal at the consulting firm DC International Advisory. Christian, you saw Catherine. You heard Wendell there talking, and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. You know the inner workings of the State Department. The reason that people believe that, and the proper word is probably are being misled, is because you have Secretary Clinton saying, look, we were trying to give you a play-by-play of how this went down, yet we know 24 hours after the attack on consulate that our government knew that al-Qaeda in some capacity was involved in that, and yet days and days went by before we heard that.
That's right. The story seems to keep changing, and there's an additional piece of intelligence. We had a drone overhead. It didn't catch the beginning of the attack, but it appears to have caught the end of the attack. So all the information that seemed to be coming from the career professionals in government were that this was a terrorist attack. You know, the administration may be trying to blame them now, but the question is it the administration, not the intelligence community, that got it wrong?
And this chain of command, we went over that a lot today because last night Vice President Biden was saying that they didn't know. They didn't know that they needed more security at that consulate in Benghazi. I want to play you some more of Ed Henry's back and forth. You heard a bit of it earlier in the piece, but I want to play you some more of Ed Henry's back and forth with Jay Carney today at the briefing. Play this.
It was never in the presidential daily brief or anything like that.
I'm not going to sit and talk to you about the details. No, I'm not, Ed. I'm saying that matters of how many personnel are assigned to embassies and consulates and other diplomatic facilities are not decided at the White House. Okay. They're decided at the State Department. Okay.
So he's saying, look, the president and the vice president didn't know this. I mean, we've got all these consulates around the world. They didn't know about this. The State Department got 12 requests for more security. Is it plausible?
Well, there are certain details that wouldn't make it up to the White House, so they should be known to the National Security Council, which sits next to the White House and advises the president. There's also the question, though, of what was the atmosphere set by President Clinton's chief diplomat, Hillary Clinton, and why, as has been pointed out, you know, are there Marine detachments in places like Beijing and Paris and London, but not where there are tremendous threats to our diplomats.
Yeah, 1 month after this thing, Christian, they're still asking questions, still leading the White House briefing every day. This thing's not going away.
That's right. No, and this is a campaign that wasn't supposed to be much about foreign policy, but a month afterwards, still in the news, still top of the White House briefing, top of the State Department briefing, and probably as long as this keeps changing and more information trickles out, this will go through the election.
Keep changing, and we get different statements from different people. I mean, the State Department was on a totally different page this week than the White House.
I think so, too, and I think as we get more information out of intelligence bureaucracies that want to cover their own hide because they gave accurate information to the White House, we'll see that there's a bigger divergence, too, between fact and what's being said.
Not going away anytime soon, Christian Whiton.